Hello, Facebook world. My name is Debbie Phillips. This is my son, Johnny. We are stuck here at home in the quarantine. Hope you're all washing your hands. You wouldn't want a deadly plague. I think we're going to wait a couple of minutes to see people roll in. Again, my name is Debbie Phillips. I oversee public events and rentals at the Edgar Allan Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia. And this boy knows that we live Poe quite a lot, don't we?
Yes.
This is Isaac, by the way. He just hasn't joined us yet. He's a little shy.
He has joined us, but he's in here.
Wonder how many people we've got joining us now. Can't quite tell from that.
Where is it, Mom?
It's okay.
2 people.
Yay!
Yes.
Hi!
Hi.
Want more people to join us?
5 people now.
Nice. Good.
6.
Woo! Oh, there, yeah. My son is more technologically savvy than I am. If you're just now joining us, my name is Debbie Phillips. I oversee events and rentals at the Poe Museum. So if you've ever been to the Birthday Bash, which takes place every year in January on the Saturday closest to Poe's birthday, or to any of our unhappy hours, they're a miserably good time. I thank you because a lot of work, a lot of labor, a lot of love, sometimes sweat and tears goes into those events. Johnny here is modeling my complete tales and poems that I read a lot out of. What are you reading now?
The Sphinx.
The Sphinx, also taking place during an outbreak. What's the disease?
It looks like cholera?
Cholera. What's the Sphinx about so far?
Well, it's about a man who finds a telescope and he's looking through it and he thinks there's a ginormous monster attacking the city and everyone is calm.
So you should check out the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very. It's a good poem.
All right, we got about 9 people. This video will be available after the live stream.
Okay, now we have 8.
Again? Oh, it's okay. This is my son, Johnny, and this is Isaac in here. He'll be joining us in a couple of months.
He's right in here.
I'm here to talk to you about Edgar's mother. March is, why don't you read a little bit? March is Women's History Month. And so this is a really great time to honor the women in Poe's life. Edgar's mother was named Elizabeth Arnold Hopkins Poe. She was originally from London, England, and she was a very talented actress upon the stage. She came to the States with her mother when she was only 8 years old and made her debut when she was 9 years old. Now, this lady was fascinating. Personally, don't get mad at me, English teachers out there. Don't get mad at me. I was not a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe in school. I didn't connect with him. It wasn't until I began studying his mother that I began to appreciate the man that is Poe and the genius that is Poe. And now he's one of my favorite authors. Eliza was, by the time she was 11 years old, she performed in front of audiences in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Hampshire, and Maine before traveling by boat to Charleston, South Carolina. She was orphaned by the age of 12 and was on her own after that. She was working in a theater in Philadelphia for a couple of years where she fell in love with a man named Charles Hopkins. She and he were married here in Richmond when she was 15, but then he died of the yellow fever when she was 18. So she married another man the following year, another actor in the troupe named David Poe Jr., who was from Baltimore. Now, David did not have the advantages of being raised in the theater the way his wife had been and the way her first husband had been. And so not long after their marriage, they'll move to Boston, where he meets a very angry public, a very critical public. And one of the reviewers up there, Mr. Buckingham, liked picking on David, and he wrote, "We came expecting little satisfaction in Mr. Poe, and we were not disappointed." And we think that she must have been regaled when she came onto the stage while he's being criticized, and that this put a strain on their relationship, unfortunately. He will desert the family completely not long after Edgar is born in New York City. We don't know exactly when he deserted the family, but we know that the newspapers in New York will report that Mrs. Poe and her husband have quarreled imparted, and she's left alone with the care of several small children. Poor Edgar was only about 1 when his dad left the family, and he always felt very keenly the abandonment of his father. And then, of course, unfortunately, you Poe people out there know he did not have a very good relationship with his foster father either, John Allen, here in Richmond. Eliza, his mother, will continue to perform with her little boys with her, because Edgar had an older brother named William. She's expecting her 3rd child, and she'll give Edgar a little sister named Rosalie. And after Rosalie's birth, she returns to the stage almost immediately, coughing up blood. We call it tuberculosis. They called it consumption. And this is what helped me come back to Poe. He was only 2 years old when his mother was suffering and succumbing to tuberculosis. And as a toddler, watching his mother coughing up blood, surely that had an impact on this poor child and his psyche. And so that helped me to appreciate him, because surely I would have written and come up with depressing stuff afterward as well if I'd watched my mother die when I was only 2, almost 3 years old. So in honor of Eliza, this amazing woman who in 24 short years had 3 brilliant children, had a repertoire of nearly 200 or 300 roles when she died, and was one of the most famous actresses in our young country when she died in 1811. I'm going to sing a song that she made her debut with on the stage, and then I'll recite one of the monologues that she was famous for. The song I'm going to sing is called The Market Lass. And this is a song where she talks about going to the market with her boyfriend to help earn for the family. So at this point in the song, she's already there and she's making money. Arrived soon I purchaser's view, sell my stock very often a tries, reap the produce to industry due, but never charge above market price. Reap the produce to industry due, but never charge above market price. Returning the way we beguile, with a tale or a joke or a song, snatch a warm parting kiss at the stile. Then to my cot I trip it along, to market I trip it along, to market I trip it along. Thanks to the digitization of musical libraries all over the country, we're able to find a good number of the songs that Eliza was known to perform quite regularly. And that was one of the most mirthful and most popular. She was known to be a great comedian, as well as a tragedian. She was Juliet, Ophelia, Desdemona, etc., and so forth. See my husband walking around in the background there. The monologue I'm going to recite was written for her when she was only about 9 years old, in Portland, Maine. At this time, it was common for audience members who had particular skills to compose something for their favorite actor or actress to perform, whether it's a song or a dance or a poem or something like that. And so in the poem, in the monologue, she talks about Portland, but I've modified it for our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I come with heart oppressed with grief that we so soon must part. Grief. Must part! My bosom swells. Forgive, I pray, the flowing tears. I will wipe them thus away. And now I am mistress of myself again, and female fortitude shall conquer pain. But though I suppress the starting tear, believe me, gratitude shall flourish here. Accept my warmest thanks for favor shown. I claim no merit, candor is your own. But though to merit I can lay no claim, to please has been my never-ceasing aim. And to effect this end, to me you find what various characters have been assigned. A miss just in her teens, a rigid nurse, a boy to please old maids, Oh, Lord, that's worse. Sometimes I have appeared a ghost, 'tis true, and yet I am flesh and blood, as well as you. A sailor, too, oh, pity, pity, Jack, sun in the cloud and taken all aback. A lover I have been, but how perplexing, and to our sex the thing is most vexing. But ladies, pardon me, 'twas by direction, and nothing, nothing, nothing but a fiction. And yet we talk of love, and Cupid's darts. And is it so hard that ladies should have hearts? I'm sure that I have one.
Me too.
I feel it here.
Me too.
Lest I offend, it palpitates with fear. But what have I to fear? And what offended? If aught I've done amiss, I'll strive to mend it. Meanwhile, a global audience appears, and smiling pleads the cause of tender years. 'Twas here to be expected. Fame spoke it true, and every word is verified in you. For if we search the continent around, no genuine candor can be found. So now I, like a bird of passage fly, to breathe a while beneath a milder sky, where Phoebus's rays with a stronger ardor burn their spur, with a still stronger ardor shall I seek return. Then may I hope at some maturer age, indulged by you, to tread the Facebook stage. I hope you have appreciated and enjoyed this brief history of Edgar Allan Poe's mother. Very talented lady who surely inspired her son, not only with her great talent, but with the grief and the morbidity surrounding her death. Yes. Okay. You want to say bye to people?
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Y'all take care, wash your hands, and love your family. Love your
Don't
loved
forget, wash your hands for 20 seconds.
That's right. You can recite a stanza of The Raven. It's about 20 seconds long.
Maybe even the new album Flood Proof, They Might Be Giants.
Which came out in 1990. Y'all take care. Bye.